Tragedy in Dolomites. Extreme sports influencer Andreas Tonelli dies after 650 feet fall following final Instagram post. Andreas Tonelli, a renowned Italian extreme sports influencer, celebrated for his high altitude biking and snowboarding stunts, tragically fell to his death in the Dolomites just hours after posting a haunting final video from the summit of a mountain. Join us as we take a deep dive into this story on the AI podcast.
Welcome, everyone, to another deep dive.
Glad to be here.
Today, we're exploring a story that's both incredibly inspiring and deeply heartbreaking.
It really is.
We're drawing on articles, various reports detailing a tragic event from the world of extreme sports. Our goal here is to unpack what happened, try to understand the person involved, and, think about the bigger picture.
The whole idea of living life on the edge.
Exactly. The edge of human limits, the edge of what nature throws at us.
In this story, it just grips you immediately.
Yeah.
We're talking about Andreas Tonelli. He was this well-known extreme sports influencer.
Right.
And he tragically died just hours after posting what turned out to be his final video, a really haunting clip from a mountaintop in the Dolomites.
Yeah, that timing is just chilling. It really makes you stop and think.
It absolutely does.
Okay, so let's start with the incident itself. Andreas Tonelli, he was 48, Italian, known for these incredible high-altitude biking and snowboarding stunts.
A real legend in that community.
And he tragically fell to his death. Can you set the scene a bit more for us?
Sure. So he was found lifeless early on Wednesday morning.
Okay.
He was discovered deep inside a ravine in the Vallunga area. That's in Val Gardena, part of Italy's Dolomites range, South Tyrol province.
Wow, the Dolomites.
Yeah.
Stunningly beautiful, but treacherous.
Exactly. And the authorities, their assessment is that he fell roughly 650 feet.
650 feet.
Yeah, straight down a steep cliff. The injuries were, well, obviously fatal.
And that detail about his final Instagram post.
Yeah.
It adds such a layer to this. He had, over 127,000 followers?
A huge following. People really connected with his adventures.
And he posted this video less than 2 hours before the rescue teams were even called out. What was in the video?
It's incredibly poignant. Like you said, you see Tonelli just beaming, full of pride.
Right at the summit.
Right at the summit of Pizdilita.
Yeah.
That's a peak over 9,500 feet, 2,909 meters.
Okay.
And he's got his mountain bike hoisted across his shoulders, the classic conqueror pose. He walks past this small summit cross there. It's clearly this moment of just pure triumph for him.
And then hours later.
Yeah. It became his final sort of goodbye to the world, unintentionally, obviously.
Such a powerful, tragic image. So his friends realized he hadn't returned.
That's right. They raised the alarm. It was around 9 p.m. local time on Tuesday. He just failed to return, didn't check in.
Okay, so standard procedure kicks in.
Exactly. A rescue helicopter was sent out pretty much straight away once they got the alert.
And they found him.
They did. By about 1 a.m. Wednesday morning, they'd located his body.
But they couldn't reach him.
Not overnight, no. The terrain was just too rugged, too dangerous, and it was pitch black.
Understandable.
So they had to wait. A ground team finally managed to access the site at dawn on Wednesday.
And confirmed the worst.
Yeah. Just devastating news for everyone involved.
Okay, so with that tragic context set, let's unpack this a bit more. Let's try and understand the man behind these incredible feats. Who was Andreas Tonelli?
Well, Andreas had this incredibly deep connection to the Dolomites. It wasn't just a backdrop for him.
He grew up there, right, in South Tyrol.
Exactly. So he knew the region intimately, its beauty, its dangers, its character.
And his path wasn't always extreme sports, was it?
No, not at all, which makes his story quite interesting. He actually started out with a conventional office job.
Really?
Yeah. But he consciously decided to leave that life behind. He wanted adventure.
So he reinvented himself.
Completely. Became a cycling guide, then this full-blown extreme sports athlete. It seems like it was fueled by this intense passion for his home mountains and, adrenaline too, presumably.
You see that sometimes, people making that deliberate shift away from the norm.
Definitely. Seeking something more intense, maybe more authentic for them.
And he wasn't just passionate, he made a name for himself. He was a recognized figure, known for some really daring achievements.
Oh, absolutely. He stood out.
What kind of things? I read about one particularly impressive feat.
You're probably thinking about it, the Nevado Ojos de Salado volcano in Chile.
That's the one, the highest active volcano in the world.
That's it. Reported by Il Messaggero, the Italian outlet. He biked to the summit. We're talking almost 22,700 feet. Uh, 6,893 meters.
That's just staggering. The endurance required for that.
Incredible, isn't it? And it wasn't just biking. He was also a really passionate snowboarder.
Right.
Often used a split board, the kind you can split into skis to climb uphill.
Ah, okay. So he could access remote terrain for snowboarding descents?
Exactly. He was genuinely at home in these high alpine places, whether he was on his bike or his board.
So at the time of this accident, what was he actually doing out there in the Dolomites? Was it a specific expedition?
It was. He was actually taking part in this really demanding 4-day challenge. It was called the Dolomites Enduro Traverse.
Okay, Enduro Traverse. Sounds intense.
Yeah, a major undertaking involving both biking and hiking, really pushing limits in that kind of landscape.
Was he doing it solo or?
It was actually in partnership with Norrøna, the Norwegian outdoor clothing brand.
Ah, okay. Sponsored thing.
Seems like it. The mission was basically to traverse these incredible, but very perilous Dolomites.
A region he knew like the back of his hand?
Which is the heartbreaking irony, isn't it?
Yeah.
The place he knew so well, his home ground, ultimately claimed his life.
It really highlights that paradox, doesn't it? Familiarity doesn't erase the inherent danger.
Never. Nature always has the final say, especially in those environments.
So in the aftermath, what's been the reaction? Obviously shock and sadness, but within the community.
Oh, the outpouring has been huge.
Yeah.
Just immense grief, but also incredible admiration.
You see that online.
Yeah, tributes flooded social media from fans, from fellow athletes, just general outdoor enthusiasts from all over.
How is he remembered? Just for the stunts or?
Not just the stunts, no. People remembered him for the inspiration he provided.
How so?
Well, he represented, for many, this idea of breaking away from the conventional path.
Yeah, leaving the office job.
Exactly. Pursuing your passion, finding meaning out there in nature, pushing your own boundaries. He was a symbol of living life fully, intensely, on his own terms,
Yeah, I can see how that would resonate with people.
Definitely. That desire to connect with the wild, to test yourself.
And that final Instagram post, now filled with messages of sorrow, I imagine.
Completely. It just stands there as this incredibly poignant, stark reminder of the risks.
The risks that come with pushing those human limits, especially in places like the Dolomites.
Absolutely. And it raises a really important question, doesn't it?
Which is?
Well, what does it really mean to live life so fully, so intensely, right at that edge? It makes you reflect on the beauty, sure, but also the inherent fragility of that kind of existence.
The passion is undeniable, but the consequences
can be ultimate. It's a stark reminder that even with incredible skill, experience, familiarity, the mountains, nature itself, holds the real power.
Andreas Tonelli's story is certainly powerful. It really speaks to that allure of adventure, that human drive to push boundaries.
It does.
So, as you, our listeners, reflect on his journey, its triumphs and its tragic end, maybe consider this question. How do we navigate that pull, that powerful desire for adventure, the need to test our limits, while also acknowledging, really respecting the profound risks involved?
The unforgiving nature of those risks.
Exactly. What does Tonelli's story tell you about finding that balance between passion and peril?
It's a heavy question.
It is. Definitely something to think about long after this deep dive wraps up.
Okay, one more question. What safety precautions should extreme sports influencers take when filming in remote or dangerous locations? Don't forget to comment it. Thanks.